जहाँ दिक्कत है रिहायशी इलाका है, जहाँ कॉलेज है, जहाँ स्कूल है, जहाँ पवित्र धार्मिक स्थल है, वहाँ कोई दारू की दुकान नहीं होगी। ये निर्देश भी मैंने दे दिए हैं।
If the farmers are in a distress, women and child have been raped left, right and center over there. Crime rate is very high over there. I think he should look into those matters first.
Madhya Pradesh's booze bandi sparks a fresh debate. The opposition says addressing pressing issues like women's safety and rise in crime rate should come first.
रेप करके मार दिया गया हुआ है, नाक दबा के कहते। अभी भी यही भी सुना हो पुलिस वालों से कि नाक दबा के मारे।
A shocking incident in Ludhiana. A 7-year-old girl allegedly sexually assaulted and murdered by her neighbor. Fresh cracks emerge on Chennai's arterial Anna Salai barely 2 days after a state-run bus and a car fell into a sinkhole that opened up.
PR खातीवाला के जो प्रिंसिपल मैडम है श्री शकुंत वशिष्ठ, वो मिले और उन्होंने बताया कि ये मेरी प्राइवेट स्कूल है और जब तक आप मुझे फीस के पैसे नहीं भरोगे तब तक हम आपको बच्चे को नहीं सौंपेंगे।
Shocking apathy reported from Surat. Gujarat school allegedly confines a student in the classroom for 11 hours over non-payment of fees. Whistleblower brutally attacked and murdered in Pune. A former Congress corporator accused in the case. You're watching the News and Mirror now. Straight up, the Madhya Pradesh government is receiving flack from the opposition parties after its decision to shut down all liquor shops in phases in the state. Parties are saying that it not only curbs the freedom but will also impact the economy negatively. Earlier, following the footsteps of states like Bihar and Gujarat, Madhya Pradesh Chief Minister had announced a liquor ban in the state. Here are some reactions.
There are different issues that need more attention and prioritize the issue. If the farmers are in a distress, women and child have been raped left, right and center over there. Crime rate is very high over there. I think he should look into those matters first. After doing so much of a Vyapam Ghotala over there and so many people dying in that whatever scam, in that, it's a welcome move whatever they do in a good direction and everybody is there with them. But provided they really look into concerns and matters which are of prime importance.
Shivraj Singh Chauhan has announced in Madhya Pradesh that he will ban all the liquor shop. How do you see this move from
I think there should be no knee-jerk reaction, but certainly if it is based on data, I can understand it. I think it is more at the moment playing to galleries, but let us see if it is based on data, then it would be all right. Otherwise, if it's just a knee-jerk reaction or imitation for the sake of imitation, that's not very desirable.
Let's now listen to MP's Chief Minister Shivraj Singh Chauhan's reasoning for the booze ban. The CM was speaking at a function in Gujarat on Sunday.
एक जबरदस्त जन आंदोलन चले नशे के खिलाफ। अभी हमने नर्मदा तटों की बंद की है, कई जगह हाईवे के स्थान परिवर्तित करके दारू की दुकान खुली है। जहां दिक्कत है रिहायशी इलाका है, जहां कॉलेज है, जहां स्कूल है, जहां पवित्र धार्मिक स्थल है, वहां कोई दारू की दुकान नहीं होगी। ये निर्देश भी मैंने दे दिए हैं ताकि जगह जगह जहां ऐसी दिक्कत आई है उस दिक्कत और परेशानी को भी दूर किया जा सके। और उसके बाद चरणबद्ध तरीके से हर साल दारू की दुकानें बंद करते जाएंगे और कम करते करते मध्य प्रदेश को संपूर्ण नशा मुक्ति की तरफ हम ले जाएंगे।
Meanwhile, news is coming in. The MP government has also decided to ban plastic carry bags in the state from the 1st of May onwards. Away from that, RTA activist Suhas Haldankar was brutally murdered late last evening in Pimpri, Pune. Haldankar had exposed several civic issues and openly raised his voice against the inefficiency of local cooperators in Karalwadi area of Pimpri. He was allegedly attacked by 11 people. Among the accused is a former Congress corporator. All accused have been arrested by the police and have been remanded to 8-day police custody.
खराळवाडीच्या चौकामध्ये पेवर ब्लॉकचे जे दगड असतात त्यांनी मारून हत्या करण्यात आलेली आहे। या प्रसंगी ऋषिकेश काटे यांनी फिर्याद दिलेली असून एकूण 12 जणांविरुद्ध याच्यात गुन्हा दाखल करण्यात आलेला आहे। काळ्या उर्फ संदीप कलापुरे याने रात्री त्याला अडवून मैताला अडवून सायंकाळच्या सुमारास तुझ्यामुळे माझी नोकरी गेलेली आहे, तू आमच्या भाईचे विरोधात काम कशाला करतो, फ्लेक्स त्याच्या विरोधातले कशाला लावतो, अशा कारणावरून त्यांचा वाद झालेला होता आणि नंतर मग त्यांनी त्याला त्या ठिकाणी अडवून पेवर ब्लॉकच्या दगडांनी मारून त्याची हत्या केलेली। पिंपरी पोलीस स्टेशनला या प्रसंगी 12 आरोपींविरुद्ध गुन्हा दाखल केलेला आहे आणि आरोपी अटकेचे काम सुरू आहे. 6 संशयितांना या प्रकरणी आम्ही ताब्यात घेतलेले आहे.
The Bombay High Court has commuted a life sentence to a man accused of killing his wife by setting her ablaze. The court observed that the husband wanted to inflict burns and not kill her, but unfortunately the situation slipped out of control, leaving the woman dead. The court commuted the life sentence as the man in question tried to douse the fire. The man is now convicted of culpable homicide not amounting to murder.
This cannot be treated lightly, because this order of the Bombay High Court may lead to people taking this excuse from getting out of killing or murdering their wives. In fact, after it is seen that there are so many dowry deaths, so many women are dying due to kitchen fire even now, and if the High Court takes such an easy stand on this, if the High Court comes and gives them benefit saying that the husband was filled with remorse, I think it would send a very wrong message. And somewhere we have been able to control bride burning, but after this order, the accused and the people who burn their wives would take the advantage, and it would become a lawyer's game to protect the accused. Hence, I think the party must go and appeal in the Supreme Court and get this order quashed.
Clearly, this is a case where the prosecution seems to be weak, because despite a woman losing life, if the honorable courts have given a 10-year sentence, it seems inappropriate. However, one is not to comment on the honorable court's verdict, and I think that in the days to come we must view this as a landmark judgment, so that we have tightened cases where there is ample evidence to prosecute guilty.
Now we have some breaking news coming in. The Supreme Court has given an order on prenatal sex test ads on web portals. That is the latest breaking story that is coming into Mirror now as we speak. The Supreme Court has said that the right to know is fundamental. That is the latest that is coming in. Right to know is a fundamental right is the word coming in from Supreme Court on the sex determination. This comes after hearing submissions on a plea to ban sex determination test ads on web portals. The Supreme Court has observed that the right to know is a fundamental right. The petitioner had sought a ban on such ads on websites including Google, Yahoo and MSN. The matter is now being adjourned till the 13th of April. In a brutal incident from Ludhiana, a 7-year-old girl was allegedly raped and murdered by her neighbor on Monday. The accused, Mast Ram, was arrested from his house later. The police are now probing the incident.
कल शाम को हमें इन्फॉर्मेशन आई थी कि एक बच्ची की 5 से 7 साल की बच्ची है, उसकी डेड बॉडी मिली है, डेड बॉडी हॉस्पिटल में आई है, उसके साथ रेप हुआ है. उसके बाद हमने वेरीफाई किया, एक मस्त राम नाम के आदमी ने रेप किया है और वो मर गई थी. उसके खिलाफ हमने केस रजिस्टर किया है. 307, 302 IPC और पास्को एक्ट के तहत केस रजिस्टर किया है. एक्यूज को हमने राउंड अप कर लिया है. जो बनती कार्रवाई होगी हम लोग करेंगे.
मेरे लड़के के कहने में आ रहा है कि रेप हुआ है जी, रेप करके मार दिया गया हुआ है, नाक दबा के. कहते अभी भी यही भी सुना हो पुलिस वालों से कि नाक दबा के मारे. बंदा अगर थे जहाँ जिस बेड़े में रहते हैं ना, उसी बेड़े में रहता है. हम लोग, हमारा बाहर कमरा है, उसका अंदर कमरा है. तो उसने उसको किसी चीज़ का खाने के पैसे का लालच दे के अपने कमरे बुला के ले गया हैं. हम लोग चले गए थे मार्केट सब्जी लेने. जब सब्जी लेके आए हैं तो क्या कहते देखें तो हमारी जो बड़ी लड़की है वो कहना वो कहते देख के चिल्लाई है. तो वो क्या कहते उसकी माँ भी आई, सब रोने लगा. तो मैं दूसरी तरफ से मार्केट से जब लौट के आया तो मैं भागा हूँ लेके उसको.
Meanwhile, in Uttar Pradesh, anti-Romeo squad's latest crackdown happened in Yamuna Nagar, where police teams caught several men who were standing outside a girls' college. The students of this college have been complaining of eve teasing for a long time now. Finally, an anti-Romeo squad reached the college and took action.
GNG कॉलेज, MLN और खालसा कॉलेज के आगे आवारा लड़के खड़े होते हैं जो आते जाते लड़कियों को परेशान करते हैं. उनके संबंध में आज अभियान चलाया गया था DSP मैडम के नेतृत्व में, जिसमें कई लड़के राउंड अप किए हैं. उनसे वेरीफाई कर रहे हैं कहाँ के हैं, कोई बाहर के हैं, कॉलेज में पढ़ने वाले लड़के हैं.
बहुत अच्छा अभियान है जिला पुलिस प्रशासन के द्वारा. जहां भी देखो, चाहे स्कूल हो चाहे कॉलेज के आसपास हो, कुछ असामाजिक तत्व और जो है वो आती जाती बच्चियों को, लड़कियों को, महिलाओं को छेड़ते रहते हैं। इस अभियान के चलाने से उन महिलाओं और बच्चियों के मन में जो भय था वह दूर होगा।
Time for a short break now, but still ahead on the show, pet shop owners in Mumbai's Crawford Market are shutting shops. Why? We'll tell you in just a couple of minutes. Keep it with Mirror Now. A shocking story from Gujarat, where a school in Surat has been accused of confining a student in a classroom over the non-payment of fees. Earlier, the student's class teacher had said that the school would retain the student until the fees was paid. The parents have registered a complaint with the police.
फ़ोन पे उन्होंने मुझे बताया कि आपके बच्चे की 3rd टर्म की फ़ीस बाकी है, जो फ़ीस आपने पे नहीं की है उसके कारण से आपके बच्चे को दिया नहीं जा रहा है, और आप जब तक फ़ी पे नहीं करोगे तब तक आपके बच्चे को सौंपा नहीं जाएगा। ये सुनने के बाद मैंने पुलिस कंट्रोल रूम में फ़ोन लगाया और मैं पुलिस के साथ जब स्कूल गया तो स्कूल के रिसेप्शन पे ही मुझे PR खातीवाला के जो प्रिंसिपल मैडम है श्री शकुंत वशिष्ठ, वो मिले और उन्होंने बताया कि ये मेरी प्राइवेट स्कूल है और जब तक आप मुझे फ़ीस के पैसे नहीं भरोगे तब तक हम आपको बच्चे को नहीं सौंपेंगे। मेरे साथ आए हुए जो पुलिस थे उन्होंने फिर जब उनसे बात की कि बच्चा कहाँ पर है, तो जो क्लास टीचर है वो क्लास में से बच्चे को लेके आई, जबकि क्लास छूटने का टाइम सुबह 10 बजे का है और 10 बजे से करीबन 11 से 11:30 बजे तक मेरे बच्चे को अकेले को स्कूल में क्लास में अकेले को बैठाया गया और बाकी सब बच्चों को छोड़ दिया गया था।
The Punjab police had to use water cannons and lathi charge to restore order in the Punjab University campus, where students have been protesting against a fee hike. The students are up in arms over a 12.5% hike in fees for the new academic session. The hike was approved by the varsity on Monday. In protest, students boycotted lectures and resorted to sloganeering inside the campus. The police was called in when the protests turned violent. Several police officers have also been injured.
ये पंजाब यूनिवर्सिटी में अथॉरिटीज़ ने फ़ीस बढ़ाई है। उस फीस बढ़ाने के इशू के ऊपर स्टूडेंट्स चाहते हैं कि ये फ़ीस जो बढ़ाई है वो वापस हो। तो इसके संबंध में ये अथॉरिटीज़ से टाइम टू टाइम कांटेक्ट करते रहे हैं। तो इन्होंने आज की ये जो कॉल दे रखी थी, तो इस पे इन्होंने उस चीज़ के संबंध में अपने आप को काफ़ी वायलेंट रूप में अपने आप को पेश किया। काफ़ी समझाने के बावजूद भी इन्होंने इस चीज़ को माना नहीं और उन्होंने फोर्स यूज़ करके और उसको बैरिकेड्स को तोड़ के, और जब पुलिस ने इनको रोकना चाहा तो पुलिस को टारगेट करके और उस पर स्टोन पेल्टिंग की और पुलिस के साथ ज़बरदस्ती की। तो हमारे कई लोगों को चोट लगी है और इस तरह की इन्होंने घटना की है जो कि काफ़ी अच्छी नहीं है।
Away from that, on to Chennai, where another crack surfaced on the busy Anna Salai road on Tuesday morning. This comes a mere 2 days after a bus and a car got stuck in a large crater on this arterial road. The new cracks have caused massive traffic jams on the already busy stretch. Shweta gets us this ground report.
As you can see, we are right here at Chennai's iconic Anna Salai. A huge road cave-in was there on Sunday, and because of that, a bus and a car got into the crater, and now we see that there is a minor crack in the other end of the road, just opposite side of the road. And also what we understand is that there is huge traffic, and also policemen are busy controlling the traffic, and they have diverted the traffic as well. What we understand is that this incident has taken place due to the metro rail work, and that has been going on for a long time now. Also now they are trying to actually fix this issue. This will be cleared by evening. That is what we understand. We hope the situation would return to normalcy soon. We'll keep you updated. In Chennai, Shweta for Mirror Now.
Pet shop owners in Mumbai's Crawford Market have voluntarily downed shutters. This comes a day after the High Court ordered all illegal pet shops in the market to be shut. Shop owners now plan to appeal to the Supreme Court for a stay on that order. My colleague Disha Shah gets us a ground report.
Yes, Recently, the High Court's order to the BMC and the state government that all the illegal shops here in Crawford Market should be shut and closed as soon as possible. Of course, this decision and order has agitated the shopkeepers out here. They say that this, of course, decision is very unfair. What the High Court has said that there is illegal trade and animal cruelty happening here in the Crawford Market. There are 22 shops here and all have been shut here. As you can see that all the 22 shops have been shut, and the shopkeepers, when we spoke to them, what they tell us is that they are not going to open these shops until and unless they get a clarity from the government authorities. In fact, what we also learn from them is that BMC had issued notices and also one show cause notice in the year 2016 to all these 22 shop owners, but after that no action was taken by the BMC, and now this High Court's order comes as a huge shock for all these 22 shop owners. In fact, when we spoke to the BMC officials, what they tell us is that they are going to abide by the High Court's order. What they tell us is that the strict action will be taken against all the illegal pet shops around here, and within 2 to 3 days, of course, they will start shutting these shops. This is Isha Shah for Mirror Now.
They are producing their claim, and the court passed the order. They should have asked us. They should have found out who all are involved, who particular people are doing. There is a law for this thing. There's a Wildlife Protection Act. There's a prevention towards the cruelty to animals. Act accordingly, and whoever is doing, punish them. But merely for a few people, you cannot close the whole of the market over here.
अभी कल कोर्ट का जो है जजमेंट आया हुआ है कि शट डाउन करने के लिए, तो इसलिए हमने शॉप बंद की है. इसके बाद में हम आगे मीटिंग करके फिर कोई फैसला करेंगे, और तब तक हम बंद रखेंगे जब तक कोई फैसला नहीं होता.
ठीक है, एनिमल क्रूएल्टी जो हो रही है तो उसको आके वो चेक करें, देखें कौन क्रूएल्टी कर रहा है, उसको पनिशमेंट दें, लेकिन वो बंद करने का तो ऑर्डर नहीं देना चाहिए. ये गलत है, क्योंकि हमारी ये रोजी रोटी इसी पर है सब.
ये जो मार्केट है 150 साल से है, और यहाँ पे हम लोगों की रोटी रोजी का सवाल है. इसमें कम से कम 900 से 1000 लोग यहाँ पे खाते हैं, हमारी फैमिली खाती है, और अचानक ऐसे बंद करेंगे तो हम लोग कहाँ जाएंगे.
देखिएगा अभी हाई कोर्ट का आगे का जो रिजल्ट आएगा कुछ, तो उसके ऊपर चालू करेंगे, तो बंद रखेंगे.
An FIR has been filed by the Anti-Corruption Bureau against former Revenue Minister and BJP MLA Eknath Khadse in connection with a land grab case. Khadse has been booked for grabbing Maharashtra Industrial Development Corporation or MIDC land in Pune. The petitioner in the case, Hemant Gawande, alleged that Khadse during his tenure as Revenue Minister purchased a 3-acre plot in Bhosari in Pune owned by MIDC in the name of his kin for about 3.75 crore rupees as against the market price of 40 crore rupees.
I am very much satisfied with the action taken by the ACB, and I have the good faith on ACB. They will investigate this case very fairly. Yeah, this is the one stage I can say. This is not the I didn't want this. This is the one stage I achieved, which ACB filed the FIR against the Mr. Khadse and started the investigation, and I have the pure faith on the ACB as well as the judicial system of the India. This case will go very transparently till the end. Basically now the all investigation and every matter goes to the ACB, and ACB will fairly investigate, and they will submit the all factual conditions to the High Court, and they will take the actions against whoever, the minister or his family, as per the judiciary.
And in some news coming in from IT City Bengaluru now, reports suggest that the top officials in the Bengaluru police force have asked the police not to wear religious symbols as it would make the police personnel look biased on certain occasions.
So far as police is concerned, their only uniform that there is khaki, and their Bible is the Constitution of India and the laws. So they have to always consider that khaki is their religion and their Bible is Constitution of India, and they have to go by that. Therefore, wearing any other thing which actually, mars this, which actually puts khaki into a different perspective, I think is not a welcome. Therefore, if the Commissioner has issued a circular, it's welcome, and I think the entire Karnataka State Police Force should abide by, which one need not say about, because this is something which is understood right the day he joins the police force, that his religion is khaki and his Bible is Constitution of India, and he has to abide by that. Wearing any particular attire or any particular symbol which depicts him in a different perspective, which gives, brings him closer to some religious group or gives him some religious connotation, then that is not done, that I would say. Therefore, the circular is rightly issued.
I think it's very welcome, because no obvious signs of religious identity should be there on the police force, because they represent security, law and order, and they should seem to be that they are unbiased and they should not. And plus, there is a uniform code also. There is a way that you should dress and how you should be clothed. So there are certain rules for the police, like how you have in the army also. In any defense personnel, they have to be dressed in a particular way. So it's very welcome, because sometimes what happens in today's sensitive situations, because they have to handle various sensitive situations, the police. So at that time, these things should not come as a hindrance. And it should be that the police seems to be completely away from any kind of religious or language or any kind of identity. Should be that they represent the security issue and to maintain law and order. That should be the main criteria.
It was totally uncalled for. Ultimately, it is his personal belief. If I come to police commissioner's office, on the way if I go to temple, I will wear that symbol. Only thing is that should not come in my way of handling things, handling issues. So this is height of intolerance on the part of that particular police officer or the department to curtail the individual belief, individual practice of wearing the religious symbols. I think they are stretching it too much. This will definitely hurt the sensibilities of the individual policemen.
Away from that and on to the state of Maharashtra, where under the instructions given by the Chief Minister of the state, Devendra Fadnavis, the Social Justice Department will prepare a plan in a month's time to set up high schools and colleges for deaf and dumb in the state of Maharashtra. A meeting regarding this is set to be held on Monday with their state-level association representatives. Now, as part of this plan, learning centers for sign languages are also being proposed to be set up soon. And to provide employment and technical knowledge, interpreters would also be considered at all divisional headquarters. And with that, to wrap it on the show, thank you so much for watching. This is Krishna Kumar signing off.